Hello, hi everyone. Uh, Welcome to another live session.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Ayush, I want to say something if I may please.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Some time ago, probably it was a year ago, we had a AMA with Uniland, and you were the guest. You
Okay,
remember?
okay.
And
Yeah,
yeah, you. I mean, it's something that is believed by everyone, but I do not know it impacted me very much. Um, in terms of my work, wherein you said that this space is not competitive, it's collaborative, right?
yes, yes, definitely.
And I want to give you, probably I have to give you more than 100 credits. I've used the same sentence maybe more than 100 times. So thank you very much for that. So yeah, just want to let you know, if you somewhere hear me saying the same, do not be surprised. So all credit goes to you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Like it's from the experience. So, guys,
Yeah,
on that note, let's start the session today. We have a very interesting topic and interesting guest, of course. So, how AI agents in gaming space are going to take us forward. So let me introduce. Just checking. Please, if you guys can hear us, if you guys can hear us properly, do comment on your live feed so that we know that everything is fine. The voice is all okay. We have Abhishek from Fabwelt, and we have Fatih from Arena Games. How are you guys?
Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, guys? This is Fatih from Arena Games platform, and I'm the product manager here. So I'm really happy to be here, guys.
Cool, cool. So let us begin with the. I think everybody is hearing us well. I can see comments on the feed. So let's start with the introduction. Let me first introduce about Uniland a little bit, not taking much time, and then we'll move on to the guest. So Uniland is a lending and borrowing protocol. It's like one of the first protocol which is completely permissionless. You can lend and borrow any token, and we are very happy to uh, like pronounce that we are a Binance listed project. Binance has given like shown faith in us, and we are now working on another project which you are going to see taking breaths very soon. So please stay tuned for all of these things. And today we are going to discuss about a very important topic with our friends Abhishek and Fatih. So Abhishek, we can start with your introduction.
Yeah, thank you very much. Again, it's a great pleasure, and nice to meet you, Fatih. I hope we share something very nice today. So, my name is Abhishek Pigara. I represent Fabwelt and also our games now, because it's about AI. So yeah, so I'm kind of a joint CEO for both the projects, and yes, so basically coming from gaming and automotive background, clubbed together with the blockchain tech. That's what my expertise is, and I've been doing this since now over 5 years. And happy to see how it goes in the coming time. Thank you.
Yeah, very interesting space to win, must say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fatih, your introduction, man. I hope I'm pronouncing the names right.
Yeah, it is Fatih. That's correct. Like that's how you pronounce it. At least.
Cool. Fatih, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, of course. That was okay. I couldn't understand it. The question was for me.
Okay, okay,
Of
okay.
course, guys. This is Fatih, as I said, from Arena Games platform, and I'm the product manager here. And I've been in this space for more than 3 years now, and before that, I was just into crypto, as in general, and I'm really into games that I've been doing all my life, and like I'm a gamer myself too. And right now, I'm more focused on game development itself too. So yeah, I believe this is going to be a really nice topic for me because I've seen the questions and I have a lot of comments on that.
That's cool. I think now I'm very much curious. Like, how much hours do you guys play games in a day?
Me personally, I play games if I'm not working. Like that's basically it. I play all kinds
I
of
think it
games.
should be part of the job description. No,
What?
it should be part of the job description.
I mean, definitely, because if you're not playing games, you don't get to understand games in general. Because
Right.
you have to understand what players want, what kind of content they are interested in, and you cannot find out these by reading some papers. Some of these are you have to experience yourselves, and like I want to give an example. There is a really great buddy of mine. He is building a game, and he has been in many gaming companies, and he's building his own game. And I asked, like, dude, like, when was the last time you played a game? And he was like, 5 years ago. And I'm like, dude, nah, like, you have to play games. You have to do something because they give you great examples of what you can have within your game too. So like it's not just playing the games and spending time. It's also about discovering what other people are building, and you can watch videos for that, but some of these things you have to experience yourself.
Totally agreed, man. I don't play much games. Yeah, let's hear from Abhishek. What do you think?
So yeah, I can say Fatih has hit me a little bit because I'm that kind. I don't play games, but I do develop games. I can say, yeah, I was never a gamer in my life, and this was not going to be, let's say, my profession. But then, I was building. It was just out of fun. Yeah, I was building a game which was very closely related to sports, and I'm more of a sports guy. So and that led to a sort between me and my friend who were building this, and we thought, this is so fun. We need to take it to the masses. And for years we did not find solution because we were not gamers. Uh, but then when I was studying, blockchain technology and how gaming, not gaming, but then what are the use cases of it. And then I thought, maybe yes, this is the solution to take it to the masses, and that's how I entered into gaming. And since then I've been involved. I still don't play games. I don't play the games that I have built for Fabwelt, and I really suck at them, to be very honest. But apart, but on the contrary, I totally agree with Fatih. If you do not experience your own product or your own genre or your own category, and how are you going to innovate? But then I have my own way of doing it. But then I really would want to become a gamer, at core. But it's really not me. I don't like playing games, and I think it's really fun because I've played FIFA for hours and hours, for days and days. But then that's with my friends, and only when they're there I get motivated. Okay, let's play some games. But when I'm alone, I just do something else. I'm not a gamer. But then I really think that this is going to be a very remarkable evolution, because at least in our country, Irish, I mean, we used to have gaming as a hobby. But now even all the unicorn founders are saying, please consider gaming seriously and as a profession. And yeah, it's very nice to see that we as builders, people talking about gaming to become a proper profession, which it already is, according to me.
Oh
Yeah,
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 like
interesting.
at least play your own genre. Like if you're into sports games, at least play the latest sports games because you never know what kind of beautiful systems these AAA games have produced, and those are always inspiring to you. Like you can see something that would fit your game greatly. So like you just change your way and like you do that thing. So like it is always good to take some examples from the market itself.
That's really interesting takes from both of you guys. Also, want to know which are your favorite games? Then we'll deep dive into the AI thing and like lot of technical thing. Also, guys, please stay tuned. So, as the series name is Finding Alpha, we will be doing like a session in the end where we are asking our guests about their alphas, about the industry and their products. So please stay tuned till the end. Yes. Uh,
Yeah,
which is
I
your
mean,
favorite games?
okay. So
I
Ayush,
think yours.
I played very little games, but I mean, the ones that I've played with my whole heart, and I love those games. So I think I would name a few. Uh, my first game, which I loved the most, I really don't remember the name, but I think I'm close to the name. It's something like The Adventures of Mowgli or something like that. So there's Mowgli who is running around the forest and collecting some bananas and something like that. I really don't know if someone identifies. Let me know. It was just a wonderful game. I played a lot. And in modern times, as I said, I've played. I haven't slept for entire 2 3 days, literally. And we played FIFA like tournaments among friends. So I started playing FIFA, let's say a decade ago, and yeah, I haven't played since a year. But yeah, I love the game. So The Adventures of Mowgli and FIFA, I could say. And I've played a lot of NFS also, but then it was a long time ago. Oh,
Yeah, I
sure.
think. Yeah.
To add, but I am a very very regular fantasy player. I play almost all kinds of the popular ones like Premier League fantasy or cricket fantasy,
No.
and
Okay.
I never miss that. Even if I'm sleeping, I wake up, I take my team, and I play. So yeah, very hardcore fantasy player.
Cool. Cool. Cool, man. Fatih, what about you?
What was the question?
Which is your
Favorite?
favorite game?
You meant the games we play and favorite games, right? That was the question.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Favorite game.
oh, dude, I have a lot. Like as I said, I'm a gamer. Even right now, I have an MMORPG open in my computer. Just waiting for me to play. I'm an avid MMORPG player, but at the same time, I play shooters too. So like any modern shooter game, I probably tried those games. So like for me, it is shooter MMORPG, and if it's good, strategy games too. Like I like those too, and like uh, also world building games and management games. I don't know, man. Like I only don't play sports games. Other than that, it's all my games. Like, I play them.
Got it. Like we have no the spectrum covered. Like you play all kind of games, and Abhishek is into sports games. So we are sorted, I guess. Let's move on to the Q&A session, guys. Like we wanted it to be very much engaging and give a like little bit of a personality of our speakers. So my first question would be from both of you that how can AI be leveraged to create even more responsive and engaging world that adapt to players' choice and actions? So and can AI create emergent gameplay scenarios that surprise and delight players?
Uh, I think we are answering the questions. One question we
Yeah,
both answer
like
together.
yeah, like the question you can any one of you can take. Like we want both of your perspective. So
Yeah, so it would see. Sorry, Ayush, but the first part of the question I did not. Can you copy and paste the question in the chat?
yeah, yeah, I will do that as well.
Yeah,
I'll
it'd be
again
great
repeat for you. Just
because it's a long one.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, AI is. By the way, yeah, I'm not aware of Arena Games Party. I'm going to have a look at. what you do, and it'll be nice. But anyway, so how can AI be leveraged to create even more responsive and engaging worlds that adapt to player choices and actions? Can AI create emergent gameplay scenarios that surprise and oh, this is a wonderful question. In fact, uh, AI has influenced tech so very nicely, but unfortunately, this is the problem in the Web3 world. People do take the advantage of the hype and yeah, not really are doing something, which is sad, but it's okay. To give a prompt answer to that, like for example, AI can be is always a learning aspect, and it learns from the human inputs. It all depends on how well you prompt the AI and how well you're programming it. So in our case, what it does is it takes the input of the designs, and then it is learning every time when someone is giving those inputs, and then eventually what will happen is it'll become so very smart that even for a non-player characteristics, like I'm answering the second part of the question now, uh, wherein the AI can help to exhibit more realistic behaviors and also adapt to player actions. Like it has learned what the player is going to do, and now it adapts to it, and then which can improve in a lot of stuff where the game becomes much more smooth, nice to play, and also the difficulty level can be adjusted according to how the AI is adapting, and of course offer a very dynamic storytelling, and which eventually makes games more engaging and very much interesting. So yeah, this answer can be taken on a very very larger scale. I can talk about it for hours, but I think Fatih, uh, to add to that would be very nice from you.
Oh man, like you ask me questions, man. I love these questions. I love these questions. And the thing
Yeah.
is, this is something I've been thinking about for months. Like if I had like $1 million in my hand, I would be developing a game that would be really hard to make, but it would be a banger. Like I plan, I dream about these. So like when it comes to AI can be used in many different. It is already used, but the current understanding of AI, the current training models that we have for game development, whether it be in Unity or Unreal Engine, they are somewhat limited. Of course, you can just add on and just code different behaviors, and like it would still be beautiful. But if we put actual AI and language learning models within these games, oh man, like there is endless possibilities. Some of these possibilities are you can train your enemy AI to respond to the player behavior, because so far up to 2024, what we see is when you play a game, you are challenged in a way. You die once or twice, but on the third time, you know how the enemy will move. You know how the boss or the security of the game, it doesn't matter, whatever enemy AIs are there, you know how they will behave, and they never change their behavior. For example, let's think of Souls games, like Dark Souls and whatnot. It is all about memorizing the boss movements. So, like, if we could put a responsive AI that checks the player behavior and gives you a more challenging option, learns from you and doesn't always do the same thing, and like it becomes a lot more responsive, and it would like increase the player behavior, like it would provide a better player gaming experience in and of itself, because right now most of the games are based on memorization. You just memorize how the enemy AI will move, how they will shoot, how they will strike, and you just pass that level like that. So when it comes to behavior, oh my god, man, like it would simply make the entire experience a lot more beautiful. But when it comes to having AI NPCs, that's a whole another level. Like we have always probably imagined, in GTA 5, GTA 4, if you have been a GTA player, for example, we have always imagined, like, oh my God, what if this NPC was an actual NPC that we could talk to, right? But like, we didn't have that yet. Like, there are, I think there are a couple of games who are trying that, but we haven't had that chance. And like, it would be awesome, but it would also create a layer of problems that you would have to solve, because do you just talk to the NPC, AI NPC? Does it give you quests? How does it govern these quests? If there are side quests, what will it do? How will it behave? So like, when it comes to creating responsive NPCs, good luck, man. It's doable. It's doable, and it is integratable. If you just want an NPC that can speak to you, yeah, that is doable. But if you want an NPC that can speak, behave, and act according to what you show or your behavior, then it becomes a problem. And I would love to see big companies coming in and solving these problems. So yeah, stop me whenever, because I will talk all day.
Actually, I think this is also answers our second question, which was around that only, that uh, how can AI be used to personalize gameplay of individual player, and how AI can tailor difficulty levels, quest, and in-game economies. So I'll just paste the question here. Uh, I think it answers the same thing. Abhishek, if you have your take on that, can add. But I'd like to add one thing, that I've been playing chess for some time. I think it's there in chess, like on chess.com. If you go, and if you like, if you play with computer, it kind of matches, and it understands your difficulty level and your gameplay, and then eventually your opponent, the computer will start to respond accordingly. So I think it's there in chess. Probably it's difficult in games like where heavy graphics are there because of a lot of computing and all. But yeah, I don't think it's unimaginable at this moment.
It is not. It is not. And like, when it comes to, for example, AI in chess, it's actually not an AI. The computer, like, the movements in chess are already known. Like, the almost all
No, no,
possible.
I like, I'll tell you exactly. Like one thing is during the gameplay, it's one kind of a setting, okay. But let's say if you play 5 games, okay, and your difficulty changes, so the AI will adopt to your moves. Like, let's say if I have certain tricks and all, those tricks won't work because the AI will adapt. So that kind of things I've noticed.
Of course. Like, when you actually play chess with someone else in front of
Yes.
you, it is an entirely different thing, because like, they can adapt, they can change what they're doing. Like, there is also that. And but like, an AI like that would just make it impossible for someone to win, because already I think it is like really hard to win against AI, and there are some levels that are impossible to beat. So like,
Yeah.
but like, we are talking as in chess, but when it comes to other games, it would be unimaginable. Like, as I like, it's based on imagination what we can do, because we can do a lot of things. It just requires a lot of money.
Right. Abhishek, your take.
I think yeah, Fatih covered almost everything. But to be very honest, the question itself is kind of self-explanatory over here, and it's not very I would say a complex thing to understand this one. Where we have already seen I've been an engineer for more than a decade before I got into this. So we had AI pretty much everywhere, and the only thing that has come into picture is now the direct interaction with AI, like how ChatGPT has come up with. So, but even before that, AI has been transforming engineering, or let's say technology, in a very let's say fruitful way, and in terms of this question, I can say, as I think that, next to us is the most intelligent thing is an AI, and if it's ready to, manage this adaptiveness in the gaming space and customize challenges or anything that can be a tailored gaming experience, AI should be there, of course. And how we use it, how we program it, as I said, it's the most important aspect. And in every game can apply to it, and it's a booster, and of course enhances the experience of a gamer.
Yes, definitely. Uh, let's move on to the next question, guys. So let's switch the gears towards the Web3 gaming. So Web3 gaming features complex economies with player-driven market for digital assets. I think this is one of the major aspect of Web3 games. And how can AI be used to analyze these market and predict trends? And can AI help players make informed decision about their in-game economies and investments? Yeah, anybody can start.
Can you repeat the question? I couldn't quite hear it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So how can AI be used to analyze the complex economies of Web3? Like there are in-game markets, and how can it predict trends? And can AI help players make informed decisions about their in-game economies and investments?
Oh yeah, man. So
There
like
is
here's
little bit disturbance from your side, Fatih. Thing is your mic or something is.
um is can you hear me well?
Yeah, there's little bit disturbance. Like, not sure
Ah,
why.
okay, okay. So I will just speak in a louder voice. So I play games that have their in-game economy too. But like, here's the thing. Sometimes it is better for the players themselves to discover these in-game economies and not have an AI help them. Because if you have an AI help them, it kind of takes away a level of gameplay. You know, if for example the user needs to go check prices everywhere and like see what's going on and make their own informed decisions. But there are some games that people have built outside tools to like find the best prices and best trades, for example. It is not done with AI, but it is just done with an algorithm that checks all the prices and gives you the, cheapest price or cheapest route to take in a game. You know, for example, there is a game called Elite Dangerous. It is a space game. It's a sci-fi space game where you have a ship and you travel around with it. So, for example, for that game, there's nothing in the game that would help you economically to, choose a route to trade. But if you go to another website and like people have already done it, so when it comes to in-game economy, I don't think it would be beneficial. But if it's a layer of gameplay that you want to add to your game and you want to have it with AI, that would also be beautiful, so like as game builders, there are many tools. We can use AI in every place, but if it's making the job of the player a lot easier and taking away from the gameplay experience, that would be bad. But if it doesn't take away from the gameplay experience or the opportunities that you provide to the gamer, then I think it wouldn't be a problem. You know, so like we have to make choices. Like it's different when you're actually playing. Developing a game because I'm a product manager, and those are some things that I design myself. So like, I always approach these very carefully because a game at the end of the day is for users, is for players' own experience, and like we need to give the best experience. If it's with AI, maybe we can, but if it cannot be done with AI, you don't have to force it just because it's a new technology. Like yes, we can use it, but do we have to use it everywhere? I think that.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, I would like to add something to it.
Yeah.
As I said, AI can be added to any element in terms of gaming. And now, this question can also be taken in generic way, but I'm just sticking to gaming. So it all depends. Like for example, Fabwelt is a multi-gaming ecosystem. So it's not only one game; it's going to be more games. So oftentimes it might happen that a player is not able to track his assets and over the period of time, the investment data and where he's heading into. You can go into clumsy. So if you're playing game for hours and hours, it might get a little bit difficult to to track your portfolio. So I think over there AI can be very helpful in analyzing a player's current asset portfolio. And yeah, if it's going wrong, maybe suggesting some adjustments to optimize returns. Like also for example, like we have stop losses in trading, wherein you can also tell the give the input to AI, so that this is my investment and I do not want to go beyond it. Please stop me if I'm trying to become greedy or maybe at a risk management which I cannot take. So I think all those things can be there. But one point I'm totally with Fatih, wherein it should not poke us on every aspect, because there are certain things which improve and increase the and element in the gaming. If there's no human control of it and the AI is controlling almost everything, then it takes away everything. So I think just to make sure that you're not losing everything, until there AI is fine. But you're doing everything with the help of AI. I think that's really not very cool in terms of gaming. So yeah, all good.
Got it. Got it. So basically, just a second. So understood. Yeah. So basically, it should not take away the immersive experience of a game. But yeah, like there are a
Yeah,
lot of aspects
absolutely.
where using AI can be beneficial.
See, every tech has a plus and a minus,
Right.
and we need to
And
understand
like
what.
gaming is a very personalized experience also. Like it's not like okay, it's not like a utility. It's a lot about how users are engaging and all. So
Hmm.
so I think yeah, like a lot of because again, if you see it in like currently what we see that AI is like kind of being used to, as a personal assistant or things where it's making your life easy, but it can be utilized to make your life difficult also. So maybe that aspect of AI can be utilized in games to increase, as Fatih said, like uh, changing difficulties and things like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
like if you are speaking about markets and these kind of things, probably yeah, it is best that okay, the users are taking those decisions because it's a lot of fun doing that.
yeah.
Cool, cool, guys. So the next question, let's take this. Oh, sorry.
You know, yeah. Sorry.
Yes. Uh, so next question is how can AI be used to create more neutral and engaging NPC interactions that feel less scripted and more responsive to the player behavior? This is something which we kind of discussed, but we can add more. And can AI create a wider range of NPC personalities and motivations? So, yeah, I think
Yeah,
Abhishek, you
this is
want to.
something I already touched, and I was talking about yeah, non-player characters, where the AI can do wonderful job, and it can be a very nice part of dynamic storytelling with respect to different, yeah, it varies on what positions we are using. But yeah, so my take was there. I think I want to know from Fatih. He has a very let's say experienced view on AI. Yeah, Fatih, you may go, man.
Oh man, like okay. So like here's the thing. Like there it depends again. I know it is the same answer, but it depends on the game. Okay, here's the thing. When we go to ChatGPT and ask any question, and when we want to interact, what it does is it basically checks all the data that it has and finds the relevant data, goes down, further down until it finds your data that you're looking for, interprets it in a sentence, in a language learning model way, and then gives you the answer. Okay, but in order to do this, all of these GPTs they have all been trained with real world data, actual data, that data. Imagine you are making a game in like 2000 years ago or 10,000 years ago, or in the future, like 100 years in the future, 200 years in the future. Now, if you take the data we have and put it in a language learning model, it would be meaningless, because like it would give you the answers of 2024 when your game story, game setting is actually in maybe 2224, maybe 200 years in the future. So like when it comes to gaming, you have to make sure that you are training that language learning model in your own universe. What that means is that now you have to create content, you have to create writings, you have to create history, stories, information, places, the know-how of the universe that you have created, and then now you have to feed that information into your model. So there's always that problem, because of the game setting, the entire thing can change. The most easiest way to do that would be, as I said, for example, the GTA 5. What time does it, like what is the date? It's current date, it's current time. So if I directly connected a chat GPT into one of the NPCs in GTA 5, it would probably be correct, right? Because it is present day information. But if you're doing it with a story driven in future or past, now you have to train it again in the way you want, and now you want to, like, when it comes to the actual talking and information, I think that is the going to be the hardest part, because I don't think training an AI with its own voice or with its own personality, it wouldn't be a problem. Because if you're a if you're an actual developer, how you will want to do is, you're not going to run an AI for each of the NPCs. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to have one AI that speaks through multiple NPCs based on their own personality. Because even if you today go to Chat GPT and write like, now act like a grandma, the it will act like a grandma. So like, you can put different personalities, you can have them make different choices. It will just be, you will have to create a lot of materials for the game to achieve that. It is doable, but as I said, the hardest part is when player interacts, how will that player's input affect the character, or does it affect the story? Because if it does, then it becomes a problem. But if it's just a basic AI that helps you, that I don't know, comes with you on missions or whatnot, or you ask a question, like, I cannot beat this boss. Give me some. Do you know how to beat this boss? And it gives you some info, maybe some tips to do it. That is doable, and it would actually be beautiful. By the way, did I answer the question, or did I just did I just branch away from the question and answer the things? I don't know.
Yeah, like you are little bit around that only. So we were talking about, like, how uh, non-playing characters can, interact and, change the script. But yeah, I think a lot of our AI imaginations are driven from how ChatGPT reacts, but probably that's not the case. And we see that a lot of, uh, I have one question, apart from like what we have scripted, because of the content that we have covered, that how AI can, help in the game development process altogether. Like, uh, there are a lot of tools available, and it's becoming less and less complex, or maybe you can say that games are becoming more and more complex. But how can AI and AI tools in the future will shape the whole game development experience?
Oh, Fatih, are you
Um,
there?
Abhishek, would you like to start?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think this is something. Oh, sorry, excuse me, my dog. So yeah, it has been the most useful for us in terms of game development, because sometimes we encounter situations where it does take us some time to solve. And since the introduction of AI, so very widely, the things that we were not able to solve in a day or two, AI solved it us, yeah, for in less than 30 minutes. So AI has been so very nice and so very helpful in that sense. And then it gives us, like, for example, if we have a issue in the code and we are not able to figure out what that is, we feed it to AI and we get the answer, a very sophisticated code, and very well versed code. That's somewhere I can say that it's a hands-on experience where we have benefited very much, and it has saved us a lot of time. But then we have been talking of how AI has been uh, mm, very effective in terms of improving the gaming experience. But then when we are in terms of blockchain gaming or Web3 gaming, AI can also be very very helpful, or add something on the smart contract side, where you can automate in-game transactions and processes. Like, for example, if the pool is empty, it can directly be related to that, and we do not have to do it manually. We can automate it with an AI, and the pool is refilled again, and the gamers are all happy. They can withdraw their earnings and something like that. And also it can be very very essential in terms of DAOs within the games, and which can ensure very transparent and autonomous governance. So I think overall, in terms of development, every developer should be well versed in using AI. So yeah, it's a famous quote from Elon Musk, I believe, that he said, AI will not replace humans, but humans using AI will replace humans. So I think that's bang on, spot on. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's my answer.
Yeah, this is interesting answer. And Fatih, your take?
Yeah, so when it comes to AI helping game development, it does, man. It does. Like when it comes to especially design, you're usually stuck, when you don't like when you try to understand what you're building, it is always beautiful to have an AI assist you designing a character and designing maybe buildings, maps, levels, and most of those things. And when it comes to the actual coding part, there is also that it helps you with the coding too. Maybe checks your bugs or checks other things, or maybe gives you a code to solve a problem that you didn't think would be solved with that kind of code. It's AI. It's fed with a lot of information, so it is always nice to take from that information and get examples out of it. But here's the thing: when it comes to game development, taking some kind of inspiration from AI is good, but if you're directly taking from AI, that is bad. Sometimes I see games and they have their pictures, character pictures, and I check them and like, dude, they are all done on AI. There is no human just sitting there and designing or changing things. Now, that kind of behavior, just putting content from AI to your game, that is not good. That takes away from gameplay experience, and it's not original. There is that. So, just what I'm trying to say is, yes, we take inspiration from AI. It's a great tool, but we don't take anything from AI directly, because if you take, for example, a design, that design is the work of hundreds of artists, and it is the average of all those are what all those artists have already provided. So like you're taking from those artists and you're taking something average. It is so like when it comes to AI, yes, just use it as a support tool, but never as an actual development.
Cool, cool. Yeah, like I think this fits very aptly that AI will not alone be suffice, like the human interaction and the human brain, the creativity which people are having. Along with that, yes, AI can, but it can definitely accelerate the process. We might see more complex games, and we might see, like, the turnaround time and everything going down. So probably those are the effects that we'll see initially. But yeah, cool guys. I think we have covered a lot of interesting topics and around game development to gaming experience, and we discussed a little bit about few of the games. But now we are kind of into the last phase of our life, where Abhishek and Fatih would like. Would you like to give a alpha to our audience into the industry and also about your projects which you are building?
Yeah, of course, of course. Like, I would like to provide some alpha for you guys to, for early supporters. So, but I would like to first talk about Arena Games platform. And as I said, as a platform, we host many games into our platform, and we onboard from mobile games to PC games. Right now our focus is on mobile games, but we will soon be supporting the PC games too. And as a gaming platform, what we actually do is we help developers find their way in Web3 and bridge those games from Web2 to Web3. So that's the gist of what we actually do. And when it comes to the players, there's always something you can find that you like and you want to play in Arena Games platform. So if you are that kind of a player, you are more than welcome to come in and try all our games. And on top of that, soon we will be releasing our token, AGP, and we have our airdrop campaigns now. So you guys can come in and participate in those campaigns to grab some amount of AGP, and we have many rewards waiting for you guys there. So yeah, I wouldn't miss that. So if you're a player, you're more than welcome to come in and try our campaigns.
That's cool, man. That's super cool. And people who are listening, please do try it out. I think this can be very lucrative deal.
Yeah, wonderful. On our side, I think we are together with everyone who's building. There's nothing that the vision is same. We would want the gamers to experience what they are currently, but with the added benefit of turning out the time into investment. So I really, we really believe that it is very, very important to up the product side on Web3 gaming platforms, because the reluctance of some of the players, or let's say still most of the players who really do not want to switch to Web3 gaming, is only because the product base is still not there. And if I'm not able to experience what I experience as a gamer, then I really do not give a damn about the earning part. But then um, no, it's very simple for me, where I've said it before, where I think I've played games without the internet, and then multiplayer took over. I've played games with the internet, and I think now it's this is the evolution where we are going to play games with the blockchain, provided we either come closer to what is being offered to the gamers, or we develop something so very unique that the gamers are going to switch and find a new way of how gaming is perceived until now. But being said that, yes, we have a mission of developing high-end games and very nice games on the chain, and also provide a very unique way of of leveraging the blockchain, of how ownership of assets can be done. And of course, everyone who's playing these games do really want to take advantage of the earning part. And why not? Yeah, so do play the games, and while playing, if you're able to make a living, nothing better than that. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Cool, cool, Abhishek. Cool, Fatih. Guys, if you are not following Inland, please do follow on Twitter and everywhere. You will get the links from our, I think, description of the event. And please do follow Fabwelt and Arena Games as well. So I think we have a lot of information. If you are new into gaming, I think this is a industry that you should definitely check it out. Web3 gaming has been shaping since some time, and it's like becoming kind of matured. More and more, you can see players are entering, and it's a pretty serious business. So definitely check it out. Check our partners, and we have some alpha from both the partners, so please do go through, and probably you will get some chance to earn certain points, and then you can gain something from that. On that note, we are like pretty much happy that markets has also turned, and we will be seeing a lot of good news. So do check out Uniland. There might be a teaser drop today, just dropping an alpha. Thank you guys. Thank you, Fatih and Abhishek, for joining for this chat. I think this was amazing to understand about what's going into the gaming and sneak peek into the projects and everything. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. It's always pleasure, and
Thank you, guys.
a great partner. So yes, we keep in touch and we do this more and more. And thank you everyone who is attending the AMA, and thank you Uniland for having us. Yeah, take care, guys. See you.
All right, guys. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Take care, guys.